So, welcome everybody. Hello again. This is Wilkins, and I have been overwhelmed and really excited by how many direct messages and emails I've received since we kicked off this little journey where I invited you a few days ago to join me through this year to explore the concept of awareness and abundance and basically journey together through uncovering lots of different tools and techniques and ideas and thinking. And it seems like quite a lot of you are on this similar kind of journey, or that you'd like to be, and you're kind of dipping your toes in the water to explore whether or not you'd like to come with me on this journey. So thank you so much for making contact and connection. And a lot of people kind of following this whole idea and this mantra that I introduced to you. So I'd really like to say just, initially, thank you so much for getting in touch and saying that some of this is actually resonating for you as much as it is obviously for me. So really exciting times. And, we find ourselves, not too far into the year, but one of the patterns that I've been sort of getting feedback from a lot of you around is this concept of New Year's resolutions. And it sounds like quite a lot of us have forgotten our New Year's resolutions. And I think there's a reason behind that, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. For me, a New Year's resolution really is just a kind of a wish, if you like, for the coming year. And it, to me, is no wonder really why they suddenly lose momentum and you kind of almost sort of forget about it after just a few days. And I think this is a very common thing. I mean, we know it's a very commonly held belief that gymnasium membership, really spikes and peaks through January at the beginning of everybody's new year. And yet by the end of the month, a lot of people have just gone back to their old ways and reverted to business as usual, as I might call it. And this is very typical. So I want to explore why that is and what we can actually do about it. And I think there is a common theme. I've certainly been there. I know this to be true because in years gone past, and I think I've kind of worked my way through it, but in years gone past, I know that this has been something that has been a challenge for me as well. And, you set out with all the best intentions at the start of the year. You've got your plans, you've got your goals, you know what you're thinking. And that's the problem. We're overthinking this stuff. To me, one of the big things that has happened, and I've really noticed this in recent years, and we talked about this actually with our Habit 1 a few sort of episodes ago, where we were talking about removing the word should from our internal and external communication. In other words, not using the word should. I should do this. I should go to the gym. I should contact this person. The should, it's this kind of almost fake accountability and fake responsibility that really doesn't serve us. So we're starting to practice, and this was our habit number 1, our daily habit number 1 that we were looking to do. And that is all about getting some sort of clarity and really starting to get some kind of self-awareness to be able to get into a situation where we can begin to realize our mantra for this year, which is awareness and abundance, becoming more self-aware and mindful and creating from that abundance in a way that we will personally define it for ourselves. But here we are, about a week into the new year, and for a lot of you, from the feedback I've been getting, you've already run out of steam. You've already lost the momentum that you had in those first few days, and we're only about a week in. So what's actually happening? What is actually going on? Well, this is now going to be the little invitation to you to focus on habit number 2. So if habit number 1 is removing the word should from how we communicate with ourselves and with others, and be spotting it every time we do it, and kind of figuring out really and spending a little bit of quality time with ourselves to find out why we're still using the word should. Then habit number 2, which is going to really support this because it's going to allow us to kind of get a little bit more of an alignment again back in terms of, you might call them New Year resolutions, you could call them annual goals, you could call them my strategic life aims, whatever you want to call them. Or it just could be that you just want a little bit of clarity over how to begin a year well. Habit number 2 is to feel, not just think. Okay, now this is a really simple little concept, feeling as well as thinking. because you can think these New Year goals as much as you like. You can, think a good goal, think a good objective, think a good strategy, think about a plan. But if you're not really embodying it, really embracing it from an emotional and feeling level, it will run out of steam, run out of momentum very, very quickly. So if you're able to feel what it's like to have already achieved what it is you're looking to achieve, feel what it would be like if you already have that thing, if it's a material thing that you're looking for, feel what it would be like to be in that situation, that relationship, that partnership, that business idea that you've been thinking about over years. And actually feel, not just think about it, not just plan it in bullet point lists and mind maps and ideas and writing it, because everyone says, well, you must put these things to paper, you must write down all this stuff. It isn't just about thinking it through. It's about taking some quality time. We talked yesterday about getting a quiet space where you can stop and reflect and spend some quality time with yourself. And now I'm going to add this new habit, habit number 2. Habit number 1 was should, removing the word should. Habit number 2 is about feeling what you want as well as thinking about what you want. Feeling what it's like to already be there, to already have it, to already have manifested or materialized that goal or objective or idea or situation or thing that you want. And by feeling it, what it does, it creates a whole sense of energy around the concept or the idea. We're going to do some really deep dives this year. For those of you who are on the journey with me here, we're going to do some real deep dives into manifestation. We're going to do some real deep dives in terms of how you convert the idea or thought into a really empowering energy that allows you to kind of achieve what it is that you want. And of course, for me, I've been talking about this thing of awareness and abundance, and it is the abundance, and I'm going to share with you my goals and what I'm going to be doing in the coming weeks. But for now, what we're after here is to just be thinking about what were my key goals. So when I set those New Year's resolutions, those things that I wanted to achieve in this year, or that thing I wanted to do, that place I wanted to be, that material object I wanted to gain, not just thinking about it, not just putting it into a visual storyboard or something that you pin to your refrigerator or whatever it is that you do. It's not just thinking it, it's feeling it as though you already have it. Now, if you have done any kind of research or you have any experience of the concept of the law of attraction, this is kind of the base building block for the law of attraction. And I can tell you it actually does work. I've got many examples from my own experience, which I'm going to share with you on this journey a little bit later. Many, many examples where I can say, honestly, hand on heart, this stuff works. It is real. It isn't just this kind of pipe dream that, some, and you might call them successful people, are able to do. This is something that all of us can do. And manifestation is a real live object and thing. So I'm manifesting actually you right here, right now. Okay, so if you're here listening to this or watching this or reading the words associated with this, then I've manifested you being here. Now you might think, what, Neil, what are you talking about? Well, it's true, because I had a goal that I was going to manifest you, and there's quite a few of you listening and watching and even on the recording of this. I manifested the feeling of what it would be like to be on a journey with a significant number of other people. So not just doing this journey myself, this journey to awareness and abundance that I've been talking about, but actually do it as a collective. So do it with you, and it is you that's listening or watching this right now. It's doing it with you. Now you might say, well, yeah, it's just purely by chance that I'm here listening to you, Neil. No, it's not. It absolutely isn't, because you didn't know I was going to do this recording. You didn't know I was going to do this episode, and yet you're here. And I manifested that by feeling what it would be like to have you listening or watching me right here, right now. So it is as simple as that. And you can say, oh, well, no, that's not actually what's happening. I just happened to click the button. I just happened to be here at the right time. And as we go on this journey through this year of creating awareness and abundance, using this habit number 2, this feeling as well as thinking as though you already have what it is you desire, this art of manifestation, this law of attraction, I will show you and I will demonstrate with you that it is actually a real thing. And you can do it with big ticket items. You can do it with little things in the moment. It is hugely exciting when you embrace this and when you just kind of ease into it and think, okay, I'm curious. I might just give this a go. And magic happens. It is not really magic. It is just the law of energy attraction. And we're going to do some deep, deep dives into this year. So what I would do is I would encourage you, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, if this stuff resonates with you, what I'd encourage you to do is to send me an email. Just send me a mail@neilwilkins.online. And so that every time we come into one of these sessions, I can let you know in advance that we're doing one. And then we can build together, step by step, the opportunity to explore these kinds of concepts, these kinds of ideas together. So I'm going to be doing this stuff, and I have the fact that you're here, right now, just proven to me, myself, but also proven hopefully to you as well, that this stuff actually works, because you wouldn't be here listening or watching this right now if I hadn't have done that. It's just, you might call it synchronicity, you might call it just luck, you might just call it good fortune. However you describe it, you are here right now. So this thing works as far as I'm concerned, and as far as a lot of people who are manifesting the life that they desire. So my mantra for this year, and I'm inviting you to join me in this exercise and this journey this year, is awareness and abundance. And it begins with these kinds of techniques, these kinds of tools. And I'm going to structure all of these into a program that's going to run throughout this year. There's going to be, as I've mentioned in previous sessions, there's going to be workshops, there's going to be webinars, there's going to be interviews, and I've got some very, very interesting people lined up for this. So there's a whole host of things going on. There's courses to support this. So if any of this resonates, I would say keep in touch, drop me a mail@neilwilkins.online, and register to be with me as we go through this journey. Because I think there's a huge opportunity here to be able to be part of something really, really exciting, and something that's going to allow us to, in essence, really sort of create this world that we both want. And as I say, the fact that you're here right now means that this thing, for me, is already working. So it's really exciting. So when does it begin? Well, I'm going to be writing and telling you all about full details of this program and this whole kind of journey together at midday UK time. So that's 12 noon UK time on Monday, the 10th of January. And I'll basically tell you about all of the initial steps in the program. And there's a whole host of things that we're going to be doing together. And you can do a full kind of immersion into this stuff with me if you choose to join me on this journey, or you can just do a very, very light touch. So you can just dip in and dip out as either you need inspiration or ideas, or you just want to kind of explore this little thing a little bit further. There is no kind of formality here. This is all about the beauty of a program or a journey like this. We will kind of make part of it up as we go. So I've got a whole host of things already scheduled and already ready to share with you. But there's also a lot of uncertainty in here. And I'm kind of sort of going against my preference here, really, by doing this, because a lot of the time I do prefer to really plan it out very well. So I know exactly where we're going to be on any particular day. I like the itinerary in life, but I'm actually trying to sort of resign myself to the fact that there's a bigger power here going on, and that we will be guided at certain points in this journey together to be in certain places, to be talking about specific subjects, which I'm not even aware of right now. And so for me, it's as much a journey here as it is for you. So there is a little bit of uncertainty, which is hopefully quite exciting. Certainly feels quite exciting, if not a little daunting, as far as I'm concerned. But it is going to be a big opportunity to manifest, to find, and to really journey on this mantra for 2022, which is awareness and abundance. So if you're interested, I do hope you'll be able to join me at midday UK time. That's 12 noon UK time on Monday, the 10th of January, when I'll share with you a whole host of things that are going to happen over the upcoming months. We won't go all the way through the whole year, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen over the rest of this month and into the next sort of couple of months. And so if you want to make sure that you're the first to hear of that, remember to email me, mail@neilwilkins.online, and I will look forward to seeing you at that session, noon UK time on Monday, the 10th of January. In the meantime, have a great day, and remember to practice that habit for today, feeling as well as thinking about what it is you want, because as soon as you start to feel it as though you already have it, you are going to find that some magic is going to happen. And as you have been, sort of many of you, send me a message and tell me if actually this thing starts to work for you already. We've only taken the first few steps in this, so don't expect amazing things to happen quite yet, but they might. And if they do let me know, because I'd love to share some of these experiences and stories with everybody. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.